Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Bass Brothers Fishing DMV. Naeem here. So today we're not doing any fishing, trying to solve a problem. I recently had my garage renovated, installed some really nice lights that I love. They're nice and bright. I'm often in here doing, a lot of my fishing stuff. If I have my boat in here working on the boat or just organizing tackle and whatnot. But these lights have a motion detector on them and the light keeps going out. And it seems like a little problem, but a lot of times you're out trying to get stuff done and every 30 seconds it's turning off and it's dark and you're waving your hand. I really like this light because as you can see, it's very compact. It's only 2 feet wide and most lights are 4 feet wide. I've got 2 of them in here. So today I'm gonna work on a hack. And what I'll do is bypass the motion detector. I read a million reviews on this light. Everyone complains about the same thing, that the motion detector does not work and the light keeps turning off. It has something in there built in that you can adjust the timing of it to 10 minutes, but that still doesn't work. So if you have this light, hopefully this helps you out. I've actually done this one already, so I know it works. So I'm really hoping this will help out some people because I did not find any videos out there specifically on this light and how to do this. So hopefully this will help some people out there. This is my first instructional video. Ironically, it's not about fishing, but guess what? It's gonna help me get my fishing stuff done. So stick with me. Let's get everything set up and get this thing going. Forgot to mention, guys, the tools you'll need for this: 8mm wrench, Phillips screwdriver, some wire cutters, electrical tape, and also a wire stripper. A couple other things I used just to make things easier was, just having scissors helps, and green and black Sharpie. You don't need these, but if you have it, you'll see what I do with it. All right, guys, I've got a head cam on. I've never used one before. Hopefully you can see what I see, and this isn't a whole big mess, and you guys can't see what I'm doing. So right here we have the Lithonia. This is a LED garage light with 360 motion activated. First thing we're gonna do is remove the cover. Just press in on the edge. This little plastic thing slides out. Sorry, boat. All right, so again, this is a problem right here. It has a timer, but even if you change it to 10 minutes, which it is, it doesn't work. So first, on the junction box right here, you want to remove this screw so you can get to the wires. All right, so behind here is where you have all the wiring. So how this is going to work is, this is the motion detector, and these are plugs that allow you to connect additional lights. Every one of these has a power, a neutral, and a ground wire. So we're going to bypass all 3 wires that are leading to this motion detector and connect it directly to the source. First thing we're going to do is take down the light. This screw right here holds the whole thing in. Forgot to mention, number 1 thing, turn off the power before you do it. I've done it already, but make sure you turn off the power. All right, so I've unscrewed the light. Just need to disconnect the 3 wires. You've got your white neutral, you've got your black. 3rd wire is the ground wire, and this should just pop right out. There you go. So we got everything laid out here on the workbench. So we've got 3 main wires to work with: green, white, and black. This is the motion detector. We're going to bypass that. So first thing I want to do is figure out which one of these wires is the hot wire, which is black. So to do that, just trace it to the black connection right here. So this wire connects into this one, which is hot. The way I tagged it, again, so I talked about a black Sharpie, just color this black. I'll do the same over here. Trace it, you can see which one's black, which one's white. This one right here goes into the black. So I'm gonna color that as well. And I do this just to play it safe so I don't mix up these wires, because every wire out of here is white. And then I repeat the process for green. I see this wire right here. Hopefully you guys can see this. This green one is connected to the green ground. So I'm just gonna color that green. Of course, you could use like tape and just label it differently, but I have the color Sharpies, so I'm just gonna go at it this way. So I'll color this one green also. That lets me know it's ground. And then we'll leave white as white. So next we wanna start disconnecting this box, the motion detector. You could just cut the wires. Instead, I like to just use the pliers and open up the connectors right here and just slide them right off. And then we will do the same with the white. So next you want to do the ground wires. All right, the good thing about this, I love these connectors. You can use them. We're going to connect them down here. So this is a really cool part of this right here. All right, we don't need this. Okay, we only have 2 more wires left. Get our wire cutters, and these we're actually going to cut on this side. That leads to the motion detector because we don't need this. And these I'm going to open up. So I don't want to cut these. I'll need these. All right, so we have all the wires we need. One thing I like to do is just put electrical tape on this. You really don't have to because this is a dead unit now. There's no power going into it, but for peace of mind, I'll do it anyway. All right, we'll set that aside. All right, so first we're gonna work on the connections, connecting everything back up. I'm gonna start with the ground wires. So we're gonna take this extra wire off right here. We don't need this. All right, one small correction. I pulled off this wire which came with it. Actually, we want to leave that on there. I'll show you why in a second. So let's put that back on there. So we're actually going to use that wire to do the final connection back to the original wiring for the house, which makes life a lot easier, by the way. Oops, forgot one. Boom. Let's put that in here. All right, and we're gonna tighten this up. That's done. All right, so ground wire, this one's ready to be connected back to the house. So we're actually ready to put this back up in the ceiling. Just get the wires prepped up. We've got all our wires labeled, black, green, and white. We'll connect them back to the house. All right, so we're back at the light fixture. Let's mount the light back first. This one. All right, we'll start with the easiest connection first, which is the ground. Connect the ground back. Give it a little tug, make sure it's connected firmly. So next we're gonna do white. So here's key to remember. You should have 4 things connected together. 1 white from each side, here and here, coming in. The white from the junction box, and the white from the main power from the house. So make sure you have 4. Give a few tugs. Make sure they're all in there tight. All right, that's neutral. Lastly, we'll get the power hooked up. Now this is where the wire stripper comes in handy. So I think I need a little bit more room to wire to use. So I just strip off a little bit more. Make this a little bit longer. Get this on here. Twist that up, that feels good. Come on guys, get in there. Tug, 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 tug. All right, we got a solid connection. So as an extra step, I know it didn't come like this. Some people do it, some people don't, but I like to wrap electric tape around each one of these connectors. Definitely don't need to wrap ground wires, but why not? So I just step back. You guys should be able to see clearly everything. We've got all of the wires reconnected, ground wires. Again, we have a ground wire coming from each side and a ground wire coming from the junction box. Black wires, each from each side, junction box and the house all connected, and the same with the white. So I've connected them all back together. Now it's time to do a test. Will it turn on? I hope so. I'll turn on the power and then hit the light switch. Be right back. All right, here's a moment of truth. Let's hit the switch. There we go. We have light. The reason I even put this back on is because if you don't, you'll have a hole in the shield and it doesn't look good. So we're gonna put this back on here, basically for cosmetics. All right, got a couple latches in the back. Just latch it there. Wires go to the side, wires stick through the side here. Probably doesn't make a difference. All right, just like that. Let's get our screw, get you buttoned up. Make sure we're not pinching the wires. Okay, got that back up on the cover. All right, guys, we're done. Crank her back up. Voila, we have light. Job is completed and we have lights. It looks great in here, it's bright. I know it's daytime, but both lights are up and running. They've been on for at least, well, the first one I did has been on for over an hour. And this one's been on for about, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes. Big disclaimer, I am not an electrician. I have no certification in electrician work. By all means, if you're doing this, it's at your own risk. That only took about 15 minutes to do, and it's gonna pay dividends. Again, I'm doing this because a lot of times I'm out here, I'm trying to do stuff and the light keeps going out and I'm like in the dark. This is gonna be a big help for me. I'll be filming videos in this garage, especially in the winter time. A lot of times I'm out here just working on tackle, working on my boat. Hope you guys find this video very helpful. Leave a comment below. Do you have any situation like this happening to you? What did you do to fix it? Leave a thumbs up, leave us a like. Hey, hit that subscribe button. Got a lot more coming your way. See you later.